Okay, hi everyone. You are watching me live on Coconuts TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today to day 9 of 30 cuisines in 30 days. Day 9. Okay, today, if you haven't already guessed what cuisine I'm having, it's Brazilian. Okay, so you're here with me, Tara, your host, and this is our live YouTube show where it's my challenge to have a different cuisine every single day for 30 days. So we've had some really interesting cuisines. We had some Japanese sukimen, we had some German food, we had some Filipino food, and now today we are having Brazilian. So if you haven't already, just quickly, before we go any further, subscribe to Coconuts TV, click the bell, and you will get notified when we're live every day, which is every single day at 1 p.m. Thai time. Okay, so let me just introduce my menu for today a little bit. I have ordered from Sabor Brasil, which is a Brazilian restaurant here in Bangkok, and it looks really good. It's kind of a new restaurant. I think it's been around maybe for just a year, something like that, and it's run by Brazilian people. It's supposed to be very authentic. I have only had Brazilian food one other time in my life, but it wasn't in Thailand. It was actually when I was in the US. So I did try Brazilian food, but I have not tried the dishes that I have ordered here today. So this should be really interesting. And I also have a drink, which I will be making for you, a Brazilian Caipirinha with cachaça. So, okay, today we have, as our main dish, we have picanha steak. Picanha is the cut of steak, so that's the steak here. We have a linguiça sausage, I think that's how you say it. So a Brazilian pork sausage. And we have to go with that some rice and some farofa, I believe that is the dried up cassava. It's kind of dried and it's like a dried and pounded into like a little powder. Looks really yummy, and I think you eat it all together. And there's some yummy greens and some little kind of pico de gallo salsa looking thing there to go with the main. Then we have some Brazilian cheese balls, which are these little ping pong shaped balls that look like they're filled with cheesy goodness. So those look really yummy. And then, just to be healthy, we have a salad, and it is a kind of a traditional Brazilian salad dish. It's hearts of palm. So this is something that you don't really get in Bangkok at all, hearts of palm. Yeah, I'm not even really sure exactly what hearts of palm are. But they look really good. Okay, and then to get to my drink, I have all the ingredients here for a Brazilian caipirinha. Caipirinha? How do you say it? Tell me in the comments. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, oh, Julianne Greco says, I want the cheese balls. Well, I have enough to share, so maybe I can FedEx them over to you. Or do I have enough to share? I can probably eat those all myself. Okay, so yeah, if you're just tuning in now, 30 cuisines in 30 days with me, Tara, straight from my kitchen here in Bangkok, from my apartment. I'm home, I'm ordering food every single day from a different country, and today's Brazil, so tell me in the comments what you think about today's meal. What do you think about Brazilian food? Have you ever had it before? Have you ever tried it? Have you been to Brazil? Have you danced in the carnival? What? Tell me. Okay, so first let's start by making up our caipirinha drink with this cachaça, which I got from the company Be Delicious. So thank you so much for this cachaça drink bottle. It's a really nice bottle, and I think it's going to be really good in this drink. It's also really good in other types of tropical cocktails. Ooh, I have a comment from Rainer Lim. Tara is going all out today making caipirinha. yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm not really a cocktail connoisseur, but I do like to drink them. So, okay, caipirinha, what is it? It is this alcohol from Brazil called cachaça, which is made from sugarcane, fermented sugarcane, and mixed with simple sugar, which I have pre-mixed here, some raw sugar and water, and lime juice, which I have pre-squeezed here. And all in a medium glass or short glass with ice mixed together. So that is what goes into a caipirinha, Brazil's national cocktail. I forgot to get a little measuring thing for the alcohol, so let's just wing it and put like a dash of the alcohol here. Ooh, okay, not too strong, you know, this is a daytime show. We don't have to go crazy just yet. I can always make one more. Okay, so this is the alcohol here. Cachaça poured in the drink, in my glass. Let me just take a little sip of and see what it tastes like on its own. I think it's going to be really strong. Just the slightest of sips there to get the flavor. Okay, you can kind of tell that it's like goes with tropical flavors, kind of that roasted, toasty sugarcane flavor coming out. Kind of reminds me of like a rum or something like that. It's very strong, but it's gonna be good. Okay, so let's add in some of the sugar here. Stir it around, add in our lime juice. Stir it around there. Get a little stir. What can I use as a stirrer? How about my baby's little spoon? Don't worry, I will not be giving this to him right away after stirring this. Okay. Mmm, yummy. Okay, and now for this caipirinha, we want to add in a little garnish of lime. A comment from Jagdish Gill, that cocktail looks really refreshing. It does look really refreshing. Okay, let's just squeeze a lime in here and kind of squeeze one more lime wedge in. And you're supposed to actually muddle this, muddle the sugar and the lime together, but I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it down in there with this spoon. So, you know, use what you have. Coconuts TV says, caipirinha time. Okay, this looks really yummy. Let's take a sip of this cocktail, caipirinha, Brazil's national drink. That is really tasty. Yeah, it's really refreshing. The alcohol taste is definitely, you know, it doesn't taste too strong. It's really like enhanced, the flavor's enhanced by all the fresh lime and the sugar too, so it's balanced. The sweetness and the sourness just balances out with the alcohol, so it actually tastes very refreshing. Okay. So I think, according to Google, we're actually supposed to have 50 milliliters of cachaça, but I'm not exactly sure how much I poured in there. I think it's about 50. Yeah, and taking a sip of this really transports me to Brazil and makes me, you know, feel like really in the mood for some yummy Brazilian food. Very good. Let's move aside my ingredients here. Yummy cachaça. So that was kind of my first time really trying cachaça, and very good. I think it would be good in other types of cocktails too. So not just this, but this is definitely like a classic, easy, simple way to drink it. Okay. So now I am getting hungry. Let's move on to our next dishes. Let's see. What should I start with? Okay, let's try a cheese ball, shall we? These little cheese balls, they just look so good. And of course, who doesn't love cheese, bread, and the combination of cheese and bread? They're kind of like a ping pong shape. They smell like a kind of sweet, doughy smell. Okay, I'm just cracking one open for you to see. And it's like a gooey center that's like sticky, cheesy, kind of pulls apart, and yeah, smells really cheesy. Ooh, Jagdish Gale says yummy Brazilian food or yummy Brazilian men. Why can't you have both, you know? Come on, we can have it all. Okay, let's try this. So good. Chewy. It's like a yummy, really like good bite to it. It's like really dense. It's really dense and like almost like has a creamy flavor to it. It's like you don't know which part is bread and which part is cheese. It's just all mixed together. A little bit of saltiness, you know, from the cheese, I think. But it's definitely not like any other bread I've had before. It's like light and fluffy, yet still dense with cheese. So yeah, this is really good. Interesting. Interesting take on cheese bread. Thought it was going to be more of like bread with like pieces of cheese in it. But it's like the bread and cheese is one in this cheese bread. They exist as one. Okay. Just enjoying the cheese bread. It's really chewy. Just want to keep like chewing it and enjoying that cheesy flavor. Okay. The next dish I have here is hearts of palm salad. I will get out a fork in order to test it. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask me any questions, make any comments. Tell me what you're eating for lunch today. What are you ordering today? What country's food are you having? What cuisine are you having? Yeah, and maybe I should tell you a little bit more about Brazilian cuisine too, before I go on to my hearts of palm salad. If you guys know about Brazilian cuisine, which actually I think here in Southeast Asia, we don't really know too much about it. There's only a couple restaurants in Bangkok really that I, from my Googling, found that, you know, are authentic Brazilian. So Brazilian cuisine is characterized by influences from Europe, Amerindian, African, and even Asian and Japanese influences. I think the Japanese influences are more recent. It also varies greatly by region, which is really interesting. So just like Thai food, you know, there's all these different regional cuisines of Brazil. Ooh, Rainer Lim says, Tara needs to play some samba in the background and do a little dance. Okay, I'm the most like uncoordinated dancer, so maybe after a couple more glasses of Caipirinha. Okay, so some interesting ingredients in Brazilian food are cashews, cassava, acai bowls. Okay, so our hipster vegans are gonna love Brazilian food. Who's Stolen Rabbit says, yum, cheese bread. It was good. Jagdish Gill says, in Singapore, there are a lot of Brazilian meat buffet type places. Oh, okay. So I think, yeah, when people think of Brazilian food, you often think of the grilled meats. So I do have some grilled meats, which I am making my way towards very soon. Ooh, the national beverage is coffee, not cachaça. Oh, but that is the national liquor. Okay, cool. Okay, now back to my delicious salad. So this is hearts of palm salad, which is a traditional Brazilian salad. You can get a good look there. The hearts of palm. They're like these white kind of vegetable looking things, kind of chopped up. So yeah, hearts of palm. It's tossed with tomatoes and onion, and with a very simple kind of vinaigrette. You can see it's quite a simple salad. I think it really just highlights these ingredients so you can really taste the flavors of each ingredient. Let's take a bite of the hearts of palm first. Okay, it's dripping with a nice little light vinaigrette. So hearts of palm, just checking my notes here. It's a vegetable harvested from the inner core of coconut palms. Coconuts TV says, fun fact, Brazilians pronounce the letter R like H. Interesting. Okay, so here's my little chunk of hearts of palm. It's really yummy. You just bite right into it. It's smooth. You bite right through it. It just tastes like a what does it taste like? Almost like a fruit. Like it has the consistency of like a, I don't even know, it's like smooth. So it's not like that crunchy apple type, but it's like a smooth kind of vegetable. Like in Thailand, we have mangao, which is like a white fruit. It's kind of similar to that mangao taste. It's kind of a neutral flavor. It doesn't have a strong flavor. So it just kind of like absorbs that vinaigrette and has that nice like vinaigrette salad dressing flavor. Coconuts TV telling us how to pronounce words in Brazil. So Rio, as in Rio de Janeiro, is pronounced Rio. Rio de Janeiro. The more you know. Okay, let me get a little bit of tomato and onion with the hearts of palm. So here's a nice bite of tomato, onion, big old chunk of hearts of palm there. It's refreshing. It's really easy to eat. I think these are flavors that everyone would easily love, whether you're familiar with like Western European type salads and vinaigrettes or not. It's very light, healthy, vegetarian. Seems really healthy. Tasty. Okay. If you're just tuning in to 30 Cuisines in 30 Days, we are on day 9. And stick around until the end because I will be giving a rating to each dish and to the overall experience of ordering Brazilian food from Sabor Brasil today. So yeah, that was Hearts of Palm salad. I sampled the cheese bread, and we have a comment from Vim Shanmugam. It says, famous Vin Diesel line, "This is Brazil." What movie is that from? Vin Diesel line. I don't think I saw that one. I don't think I caught that one. Okay, so I had my cheese bread, I had my hearts of palm, sampled my caipirinha, and I think I'm ready to try this main, which I ordered. Now I decided to go for grilled meats. Even though this restaurant is kind of known for their feijoada, which is another dish. It's like a stew. But maybe next time. This time I'm trying their Picanha Steak, which is, if you get a nice look at it there, it's like sliced up steak with like a nice little fatty strip on one side. And it looks like it's cooked. I still see some little reddish, so I think it's like a medium well. And a sausage there, and some veggies, and some farofa, which is the cassava kind of mashed up, and you just eat it together with everything, and of course rice, because we're in Thailand. If you're in Thailand or Brazil or wherever, you know, you need rice. Thomas Casera says double RR in a word is pronounced as an H. So caro is pronounced cajo. Cajo. Okay, car is cajo with double R. Interesting. So that's Portuguese. Very interesting. Okay, Rainer Lim says steak with rice or steak with fries? This is steak with rice. I think normally I would probably think steak and any form of potato goes well, but steak and rice sounds good too. Let me get a little knife here. Okay. This piece of steak look really interesting. Big old pieces of steak here. Comment from Vim. Oh, it went away before I could read it. Sorry, I was focused on the steak. Oh, grilled meats and caipirinhas are a dream. Living the dream here, people. Okay, now can you see everything? Let me just kind of get this positioned here. Cheese balls. Okay, let's try a bit of the steak. Now, are you supposed to eat the fatty part that's attached to it, or do you cut that off, or what? I think I normally would cut that off and just eat the meaty part. But I have a feeling you're supposed to just chow down on the entire thing. Okay, let's try the meat on its own first and see how that is. So this is Picanha Steak, a Brazilian traditional cut of meat, grilled kind of medium well. That is really good. It's really flavorful. It's definitely, seasoned and cooked very well. It's has a great flavor. Yeah, it's cooked through, and it's a thin kind of cut of steak. So it's not meant to be one of those thick, kind of rare types of steak. It's meant to be like a thin, cooked pretty well, I think. Let's try this piece here with this little fatty bit attached. I think this cut of meat, it's kind of the signature thing about it. It has this little fatty part attached. So let's try it out. Chewing. Still chewing. That is really good. Okay, I can see why people like this fatty bit attached on this cut of steak, because if you chew it together with the meat, you get that kind of like, it sounds like it's not good, but it is good, like that oily fattiness with it and that flavor to go with the meat. So it just makes it more like moist. It makes it more chewy, but it's still really tasty. So I think it's kind of up to you. If you like lean meat, you can just eat around that part. But if you're up for getting that full flavor, then you can just eat the whole thing. Okay, now the food, how did it hold up in delivery? Still very juicy. Oh, there's definitely some pieces that are a little bit more rare than the others. Which is normal. The pieces, the inner pieces are more rare. So yeah, there's a little bit of pink there. You can see on the steak. It's still juicy. It's like just cooked. You can tell it was just cooked and like zipped on over on a motorcycle. Really good. It held up well in delivery. Now I did not reheat this, but I think you could reheat it if you wanted to. It could probably just go on the pan, or it could be zapped in the microwave, but I'd be afraid of cooking it too much if you zapped it in the microwave. Oops. Sound effects. Okay, let me try a bite of the steak with the greens and the other things that came with it. Okay, so first I'm gonna dip it in this farofa here. Just like coat it with that. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. And get some little like veggies there and try it together. Veggies definitely add a nice kick to it. This farofa is interesting. It's like salty, seasoned. It's almost like little like breadcrumbs kind of, but like very finely minced breadcrumbs, which are really yummy and salty, and yeah, add more flavor to it. Okay, let's try the sausage. Now the sausage is also a traditional Brazilian grilled meat. Let me just cut it open there and show you. This is what it looks like. Cut a big chunk of it. Smells really good. It's like garlicky. Yeah, like very garlicky, a lot of herbs in there. Definitely like a lot of seasoning. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, excited to try a bite of this. Just try one bite of just the sausage on its own. This is called linguiça. Is it linguiça? Is that how you say it? Okay. That is really tasty. It's a bit spicy. Yeah, it has some spice in there. So what makes that flavor? I feel like I have to look at my notes to see. Okay, it's a form of smoke-cured pork sausage seasoned with garlic and paprika. Okay, so the paprika, it does have a little spiciness. If you're used to Thai spice, this is nowhere near the level of Thai spice, but it does have a little bit of heat to it. So it's very tasty. It's very tasty on its own. It's not plain at all. It's like nice and garlicky and with a little paprika. So let's try a bite of this with some rice. Oh, it's so good. This is really good. Now this rice, I thought I was just getting some normal rice, but it's actually like buttery and like tasty just on its own. It's like a buttery rice. Like in Thai, this would be like khao man. We have khao man kai. This is like the khao man of Brazil. So yum. Yeah, it's like a buttery, yummy rice. Okay, how do the veggies taste? This veggie looks like your greens, kind of shredded greens, very bright green. I think they're probably just quickly blanched to cook. Vim has a comment: lunch with Adriana Lima or Giselle Bundchen or Tara Rattanaphas. Oh no, okay, they're Brazilian. They are Brazilian. They're real Brazilian people. So I think I would say Giselle because I'd want to know what it was like for her dating Leo, to be the first one of those models that he dated. There's been 20 since then, but she was the first. This, this is really yummy. Very healthy, a little bit of greens to get your iron, I think, on the side. Just very lightly coated with like tastes like, kind of like a soy sauce or something to give it some flavor. Coated with a light dressing, but yeah, you just really taste the greens, that like nice iron-rich veggie taste. And this other veggie that it comes with, it's kind of like a pico de gallo. I don't know if that's good or bad to compare it to that Spanish or Mexican, Spanish salsa where everything's like chopped up. So it's just chopped onions, tomatoes, and bell peppers. Oops. And yeah, it's really yummy. It goes really well with the sausage and the beef. The taste of that is very, it's like tart, tangy. Got the onions in there. It has a really nice like vinaigrette dressing, similar to the hearts of palm, I think. But it's a little more tangy. Yeah, so that is really good. So let's try a little piece of the sausage with the farofa dried cassava. Shall we? And if you're just tuning in now to 30 Cuisines in 30 Days, then stay tuned to the end because I'm just kind of finishing off my sampling of the main course, and then we are going to have our ratings for the day. Oh, Gary Yarbrough, hey! Never tried that. What kind of meat? The sausage is pork, and this steak is beef. And yeah, I am now trying the sausage, a piece of sausage coated in this farofa, which is like a dried cassava. You can see it better there if I put it there. Dried cassava, little bits just coating the meat of the sausage. And the dried cassava has a nice salty flavor to it. So let's see what it adds to the sausage. I could get used to this. I could get used to eating like this every day for sure. Buttery rice. And the rice is so soft and fluffy. Really good. Okay. So that was my sampling of Brazilian food. I reluctantly put my fork down, but happily pick up my drink. Okay. Now the ice has melted a little bit into my drink and making it a little bit more not as potent, so I can take a big sip. Now the drink definitely goes really well with the food, I would say. The cachaça, kind of sugarcane roasted taste, and the limes go together with this. It feels like really like, I don't know, it just goes together, like the tropical flavors of the drink, the light hearts of palm, which is just like a very light and refreshing salad, and then your, big flavors of the meat and sausage, which is like garlic, garlic and meaty flavors. Just all is balanced, is what I mean. It's very balanced. And then of course cheese bread is really yummy on the side. This is good. I'm very happy with Brazilian Day. Okay, is there anything else I didn't tell you about the Picanha Steak? Okay, well, in Brazil, the picanha is the most prized cut of meat. So, prized cut of meat right there. I can see why. It's thin and like easy to eat, easy to cook, I think, fast, but like very juicy still. It retains all of its like juice and moisture. Yeah, just overall really yummy. So you can see I've kind of destroyed it a little bit there by picking at it to show you guys, but you can see that there's a very generous portion of steak there too, and one entire sausage. So I already ate about half of it, but this is the sausage, so it was like one link. Shani says, okay, that cocktail looks so delicious and fresh. Want? Okay, this was a very yummy experience. This was Brazilian food. And I think we're ready to kind of go through and give my rating of Brazilian food for the day. Okay, so we ordered from Sabor Brasil, which is a small little restaurant in Sukhumvit. And yeah, I think it's authentic. I think they definitely have an authentic menu going for them. I would really like to try other things from the menu. They have a lot more besides just what I ordered today. But let me go ahead and drop some ratings for this food. And just right before I say that, I'll remind everyone, please subscribe, share our video, help us share the love, you know, tell your friends about this challenge going on right now so they can tune in and watch me eat 30 cuisines in 30 days. And yeah, subscribe, click the bell. Okay, so cheese bread from Sabor Brazil. It was just really, really good. It's cooled down a bit now, but it was warm, it was really yummy and full of chewy, cheesy goodness. I think you could just probably zap these a little bit in the microwave if you wanted to get that like more of like a melty, cheesy flavor. I have to eat more of it. Really good. I'm gonna give these guys, I guess, a 4 out of 5. Because I couldn't really change anything except for maybe having to pop them in the microwave to see if they're better when they're hot. But I bet when you eat them like fresh out of the oven, they're so good. They're just little ping pong balls of joy right there. Okay. Hearts of palm salad, really good. The hearts of palm are, you know, they're part of the coconut tree. You should probably know that since I work at a company called Coconuts, but it's part of the tree, the inner part. So it's hence the name, the heart. It's these white things right here, if you didn't see it before. It looks kind of plain as a salad, but the taste is really good. It's tangy, has a zesty, citrusy vinaigrette flavor. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 because, yeah, I mean, I guess it looks a bit plain if we're trying to find any fault with it, but I mean, it's still really good and like a healthy, easy salad to go with your more heavier dishes like your meats. But yeah, I can see people of Brazil, you have yummy food. Okay, so steak, this is one dish which is on the menu. It comes together. I think you could also order it separately, but the linguiça, that tangy vinaigrette, sorry. Okay, linguiça sausage, picanha steak, a little bit of greens and veggies, buttery, delicious fluffy rice. Yeah, I'm just really like hung up on how delicious this rice is, even though it's really just rice, but it's so yummy. And farofa, this cassava, which is, if people don't know what cassava is, it's a root vegetable. Yeah, and it can be made into all different types of things. So cassava, I don't know any other way to explain cassava, but is it similar to a Thai vegetable? Yeah, we do have one vegetable that you make senbuk from it. Yeah, it's kind of similar to that, like a root vegetable. But yeah, here it is, all salty and flavored to go with the meat. Really good. Okay, so I think I'll have to give this dish, I think I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5 because it just came really like hot and yummy, just begging to be eaten. Meat was cooked really nicely. The sausage was flavorful and tender and not gristly or anything like that, which I don't really like my sausages to be too gristly. So this was really, really good. It was very like, you could just bite right into it, and yeah, it was really garlicky and yummy. Yeah, so I think overall, the experience, oh, what about my drink though? Well, I made this myself. Thank you to Be Delicious for supplying this ginormous bottle of cachaça, Brazil's national liquor. It's really good, and yeah, I think I would give it a, I think it's like a 4.5 out of 5 because I could definitely drink another one of these on a hot day, you know, hanging out in my home, with my friends who are just on Zoom instead of in person. Yeah, I could definitely sip this for a while. Okay, so I think overall, I would give Sabor Brazil, I think you're getting about it's a 4 out of 5, you know, it's maybe 4.5, 4. But yeah, really, really delicious, yummy. Definitely recommend trying Brazilian food. This is my first time really immersing myself in Brazilian food and having the whole experience of a drink from Brazil together with the food and trying the different parts, doing a little research so I kind of know what the food is and why, like the influences from Brazilian cuisine. And yeah, I'd say it was really fun to experience this and really delicious. So I would like to try other things on their menu. Maybe next time feijoada. Who knows? But yeah. So tell me in the comments, what do you guys think of Brazilian food? Does it look delicious to you? Do you want to eat this? Well, you can't because it's all mine. Okay, so just subscribe to Coconuts TV, click the bell to get notifications, and I will be back here tomorrow with day 10 of 30 cuisines in 30 days, right here in my kitchen in Bangkok. I'm ordering from a different cuisine every day. We're almost 1/3 of the way through the challenge, so we still have 2/3 to go. So there's plenty of time for you to comment, tell me what restaurant should I order from, what cuisine should I try. And yeah, stay tuned, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for tuning in today to Brazilian food from Sabor Brazil. Bye guys, see you tomorrow.